Look out! I slammed on the horn to notify him of the danger we were in, but it was already too late. Oh, what a goddamn day! The impacts left me with an injury to my neck. An injury bad enough that there was constant pain right where my head merges with my spine.
Trouble Busters!
Hi there! My name is Larry. I'm 28 years old, and I'm in my 4th year working in an office downtown. I have a lot of colleagues working alongside myself, but there aren't many veterans. And that's because a lot of the company's employees quit their job after less than 5 years, for whatever reason. Sure, there are times when the work is pretty demanding, and extra hours is not exactly a rare occurrence. But it isn't so bad that it makes people want to quit. Or at least, that's what I thought. But a certain incident changed everything. As I was parking my car in the parking lot inside the building, another car slammed into mine from the front side. The driver was completely unaware of his surroundings and was staring off in a different direction. Look out! I slammed on the horn to notify him of the danger we were in, but it was already too late. Oh, what a goddamn day! The impacts left me with an injury to my neck. An injury bad enough that there was constant pain right where my head merges with my spine. The driver who slammed into me also seemed to be in the same kind of pain. Wait, hang on, that's Mr. Squire, my boss! To my great surprise, I discovered that the driver who caused the accident was none other than my own boss, Mr. Squire.
Hey, Larry! What the hell do you think you're doing? Driving like a frickin' maniac, eh? This isn't the world of the Fast and Furious, you know?
What? But I'm certain you were the one who ran into me, Mr. Squire!
Shut the frick up! You caused the accident, no question about it. Ouch! Oh, look what you've done! You frickin' injured my goddamn neck! How do you propose you be responsible for this load of bullshit?
Wait, excuse me? That impact must have caused you some brain fog, Mr. Squire. I distinctly remember you were driving distracted too. At the moment of impact, I saw you more clearly than an eagle's eye locked onto a sprinting rabbit that you were looking in another direction. I don't see what could have possibly made your attention drift away from what was in front of you, but now there are consequences to take care of.
What the hell, bitch? You're telling me that it was my fault, is that it? Don't you go about thinking you can say that without suffering my wrath, you useless chowderhead!
Huh, menopause perhaps? No matter what I say, he insists I'm the one to blame for this needless accident. At this pace, I wasn't going to get anywhere with the aftermath of this. There was damage compensation and legal negotiations to consider after all. The first thing I thought I should do was to submit an offense report. And the next day, Mr. Squire headed for my desk with the most murderous look in his eyes.
Larry Quinn! How frickin' dare you submit a goddamn offense report to the police?
But, of course I did, Mr. Squire! You were the one who slammed into me in the first place! It's only the most natural thing that I do what I did!
Retract it.
Excuse me?
Retract that offense report immediately!
I can't do that, Mr. Squire. You're to blame for the accident after all.
So you're telling me you're not gonna retract it no matter what I do, hmm?
No, I will not. My stupid boss glares at me. For a split second, I thought his primal instincts to kill were gonna activate right then and there, and would go on to strangle me. I was scared shitless for my life. But he just walked away from his desk and made his way back to his office. But seriously, all things considered, I'm really starting to wonder what the hell is going on with him. There was no denying he charged right into my car, and yet he forces the blame onto me. Well. Seems like we have a bit of a tedious coward on our hands. The next day, I was working as usual when Mr. Squire approached my desk really menacingly. Again, with that same look of primal manslaughter burning in his eyes.
Larry Quinn!
Right here, Mr. Squire.
The director wants to see you.
What? The director? Why in the world is the director of the company, Mr. Roundbottom, summoning me to his office? Clueless about why I was summoned, and about what was going to happen during this little spontaneous meeting, I let Mr. Squire escort me to Mr. Roundbottom's quarters. May I come in?
Ah, Mr. Quinn. I've been expecting you. Squire here told me everything. I see you submitted an offense report to the police about a little misunderstanding,
Yes, I did. Mr. Squire wasn't paying attention to what was in front of him, and he slammed into my car.
You stupid idiot! That is not how you treat your superiors! Where is your respect for Mr. Squire? The same man who taught you the ins and outs of this fine enterprise.
But, sir...
Gonna come up with more excuses now, are we? You slammed into your own boss's car, and you don't even think you should apologize for such a careless act.
Wait, was I the one to blame here? What the hell is going on with this couple of jellyfish brain balls of sewer sludge?
You're fired. No retirement money for you, and no wages for this month either.
Hey, yo! Please, sir, just wait a minute.
Nope, not waiting. You're fired. And by the way, that offense report you submitted has been taken care of, and it'll never see the light of day ever again.
Wait a second. What do you mean?
I have an acquaintance who's the commanding officer in the police force of this city here, you see. We pulled some strings, and that worthless piece of paper is gone. This sort of thing doesn't cause us any problems at all, my boy.
Larry Quinn! Now you see. You're sacked. Done. Finished. Keyholed. Pack up your frickin' stuff and get the hell out of our sight! This can't be happening. This was so unbelievable. For a second, I thought I was having a bad dream. Mr. Squire slammed into my car and I submitted an offense report. Neither he nor Mr. Roundbottom would hear none of what I had to say. And then they went on to fire me? Without any retirement money? Without any wages of this month? And the offense report was confiscated? I can't demand compensation for my car, nor money for the medical bills that are still piling up? This is just too messed up! My mind went blank. The shock was so great that for an entire week, I couldn't think straight about anything. But eventually, I came to realize that I just could not accept this. I had to do something about it. There's no way I was going to let those two bastards get away with what they did to me. I decided to confide in a good friend of mine.
I see, and that's how the great Larry Quinn was fired from his job.
I don't know about the great parts, but yeah, that's pretty much what happened. And I'm not giving up without a fight. What do you think I should do?
This really is cruel beyond what could be considered humane. I'll do a little research on Roundbottom and Squire, alright? Oh, my blood's boiling with excitement.
Wendy started to type on her keyboard at breakneck speed.
Interesting. Mr. Squire has some kind of past, it would seem. Even more interesting, he seems to have been in cahoots with Mr. Roundbottom for quite some time, too.
After about half an hour, Wendy seemed to have fully understood everything there is to know about the two men in question.
Listen, Larry. It's come to my attention that Mr. Squire and Mr. Roundbottom have used the same plan to sack pesky employees from their jobs many times in the past.
Wait, what? Really?
Rewind a little bit. Didn't around 10 people quit their jobs at that company this year alone?
Huh, that's actually true. I noticed something strange. That many employees at that company usually leave the enterprise after less than 5 years. I really don't know why I looked into it more, but I guess this is a reason behind all that. But why would Mr. Squire and Mr. Roundbottom do such things to so many people?
As far as I can tell, the most plausible reason is because Mr. Squire fears he'll lose his position to someone more qualified. That's most likely why he makes mountains out of molehills to get those people fired. As for Mr. Roundbottom, he's trying to cut the retirement money that should be going to those that leave the enterprise, and he's actually using that money for his own purposes, together with Mr. Squire.
What the hell? What kind of stupid reason is that? Those goddamn traitors. They fired me from my job just so that they can keep those extra gold coins in their pockets to use for their own benefit. And not just me. They did the same stupid bullshit to countless other employees, firing them one after another. And for what? A reason so selfish it makes me want to throw up right in their ugly faces. Inexcusable. Assemble, my comrades, and let us initiate Trouble Busters. This rage, this shame. How to replace it with a feeling of triumph, of satisfaction, of complete relief. Many people have fallen to that same devious plan of theirs. And since they are recidivists, this could happen again in the future. It could even happen tomorrow.
Larry, I did a little more research here, and I think you're gonna like this. Their next target is apparently a woman called Joy.
Joy? But that's my colleague. One of my closest ones at that. She sure can get the job done. No wonder she seems to be their next target. Hey, Wendy, do you think there's something we could do to stop them from doing what they did to me when they're gonna strike?
Let's see.
Wendy and I forged a plan together, and it was one that could work wonders. 1 month later...
Oi, Joy! What the hell do you think you're doing? Driving like a frickin' maniac, eh?
What the hell? But I'm certain you were the one who ran into me, Mr. Squire.
Shut the frick up! You caused the accident. No question about it.
Just what are you talking about? You.
Shut up, just shut up! Ouch! Now look what you've done! You freaking injured my goddamn neck! How do you propose you be responsible for this load of bullshit? You're gonna pay for this. Mark my damn words!
The next day, Miss Barnes. I've been expecting you. Squire here told me everything. I understand you hit his car with yours. What a pity. Pity that you blame him for something that you clearly perpetrated.
What? But Mr. Squire really was the one who slammed into me, Mr. Director, sir. You have to believe me.
You stupid bitch! You got anything to prove that he did, huh? If you claim he did slam into you, then where the frick is the evidence, I say?
Miss Joy Barnes! If only you had proof, you could have stopped this from happening, huh? Too bad! You don't frickin' have any. Now you have to pay for the consequences, eh?
You're a monster.
Huh? Who's there?
Alright. Here's thanks to the two of you. We got that recording clear as surround sound. Seriously, my deepest gratitude.
And the footage we captured yesterday at the parking lot is more than enough evidence against you two traitors.
Larry Quinn! What do you think you're doing?
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to provide the proof you desire so strongly. We have the proof right here. How about it, gentlemen?
Larry? What are you doing here?
I was actually victim to this same ruse last month, you see. We realized you were their next target, and we managed to gather enough evidence against these two pricks. Preparation is the mark of a genius indeed.
Squire! What's the meaning of this? I did not expect things to take a different turn. You take care of this particular case yourself, buddy. Grr.
Oh, and by the way, we aren't alone. I've taken the liberty of gathering every single employee who have fallen to your heinous plan, gentlemen.
I always knew something was wrong about this bullshit. So you two bastards were in cahoots the whole time, eh? Give us our money back, now! Give it back, I say! Shouldering the blame onto me when I was clearly the victim! You're gonna pay for this for sure!
And here I stand, beholding a most marvelous sight. The two traitors, Mr. Squire and Mr. Roundbottom, surrounded by close to a dozen angry ex-employees, being interrogated and insulted brutally. And the two gentlemen are on the verge of tearing up. Oh, sweet victory! Mr. Squire, your crime is that you partnered with Mr. Roundbottom in multiple acts of injustice, forcefully evicting people with loss of potential from their jobs, long before they ever had a chance to realize it. Grr. You are a slime bag. You cannot be seen as a human being anymore. Such bastards like you are the sole reason the world is sometimes a bad place. Ugh. Director Roundbottom, your crime is that you helped in getting promising employees fired from their jobs along with Squire, as well as depriving them of their rightful reward of retirement money, lowering the budget on human resources, and using the difference for your own selfish purposes.
Mr. Quinn, please, calm yourself.
Just looking at you makes me want to puke all over this admittedly nice office of yours. I would bet $1 million on the prediction that your heart is rotten beyond all humanly recognizable. I bet it's like a squishy, slimy, disgusting, rotten specimen of a damn tomato. Just imagining your level of humanity makes me dizzy.
Need you say all of this?
Yes, I do need to say all of this. I don't want to breathe the same air that you do. I cannot understand why a heartless sack of shit like you can be running a good company like this. Why are you even here? Why? Answer me! Why?
Truly, though, must you say all these hurtful things?
What do you suppose I should do with the footage and the recording? All this evidence, Should I take it to the police? Should I hand it over to mainstream media to expose you? Make the public destroy you? I guess this company would be no more if that were to happen.
I get it! I renounce your dismissal! Happy now? Tell me you're happy.
Huh?
Oh, I see now. You want this rat here gone, don't you? Well, consider it done. Squire, you're fired. Now you've got to be happy, right?
But Mr. Roundbottom, sir.
Shut up, Squire. How about it? This is good, right, Mr. Quinn? Right? Right?
Like hell it is. I have no intention of coming back to work for this rotten enterprise. I feel like my own heart is going to become rotten, like whatever's left of yours. And I'm not alone. Everyone here thinks so, round butt.
Round bottom. And this can't be true.
Pay them their retirement money. For everyone here whom you sacked yourself, including Miss Barnes here.
I understand.
$100,000.
What?
$100,000 each in retirement money for everyone.
But I can't. That's too much.
Frickin' shut up! Do you really have no idea what you've done to all of us? You did the worst possible thing to us all. Something that is forbidden as a human being. You have no right to say such a demand is too much.
But we just don't have the money.
It'll be alright.
What?
You can just borrow some from somewhere else. Wendy, there is some place where Roundass here can do that, isn't there?
There's lots and lots. If this company can be collateralized, it'll be fine.
Yes, indeed. More than enough.
Okay then. Come on then, Mr. Roundbottom. And you too, Mr. Squire.
No!
And that's how I was able to get a good deal of retirement money. The other ex-employees that Squire and Roundbottom fired also got their fair share, and everyone was satisfied with how this whole situation came to a close. Their thanks made my entire week. Feels so nice. Doing good for yourself in addition to other people. With this money at my disposal now, I can take some time off and relax before finding another job. So, at my next job, I gotta keep a good eye on my boss, and on the director. And I'm gonna make sure not to be caught in another stupid misunderstanding like this. Trouble Busters!